Sandra in the house, taking selfies.
Baby,
That's an ESPN. November 9, very interesting date. Apparently that was wild. Devin's sparred with Tank many times, and people know what happened there, and I'm sure he'll feed that in. That's a great fight.
Hello,
everybody.
Tank's going to struggle the more he moves up in weight, in my opinion. I mean, I think he's a phenomenal fighter, but I also think he's a featherweight that moved to super featherweight, and now he moves to lightweight, where he at all those divisions, he never really accomplished what he should have accomplished, which is probably being unified in every single division and maybe even being undisputed.
I went in there. I started working the body and started warming up. I started, catching his rhythm, seeing what he was.
They said maybe his cheek was broken. Do you know what you caught him with?
It looked like it was a right hook that I caught him with, but like I said, I really don't know. I hit him.
Luckily, we've got something that makes you go, wow. And that's Devin Haney. Mandatory. Lomachenko is not afraid of anyone. He'd probably look at Haney and go, I like that fight. I'm sure he wants to fight Gervonta Davis as well. But whether that fight will be allowed is another story.
Too. So if I'm too green, let me just go on the list with all the other green fighters that he fought.
All right. Better than Devin Haney. I'm sorry, Tiff.
What are your thoughts on Tank?
Yeah, I mean, if Tank's, I think, but look, Devin's sparred with Tank many times, and people know what happened there, and I'm sure he'll feed that in. That's a great fight.
So
but
would you like to see that happen?
Yeah, of course, great fight. Tank's going to struggle the more he moves up in weight, in my opinion. I mean, I think he's a phenomenal fighter, but I also think he's a featherweight that moved to super featherweight, and now he moves to lightweight, where he at all those divisions, he never really accomplished what he should have accomplished, which is probably being unified in every single division and maybe even being undisputed. But if you look at the current active lightweights, you have to really, again, like talking about, I know Luke Campbell's one of my guys, but I can't see how you can compare Teofimo Lopez to Devin Haney.
What's going on, good folks? Let me start this video out by saying, in the next 2 years, Devin Haney will be as close to unbeatable as a boxer can be. Kid has it all, and it's all in front of him. So if he continues to develop as he has, he will be as close to unbeatable as a boxer can be. We talked about in the pre-fight video how Abdullayev utilizes his left hook, and he liked to counter with it. And we also talked about how he likes to punch with his opponent to land that shot. And he threw it a few times in the fight, as he's done in many previous fights. However, Devin Haney was just too quick and too fast for him. Haney displayed a lot of the tools in his a lot of the weapons in his arsenal over 4 rounds before Abdullayev's corner waved the fight. So, and Abdullayev suffered what they suspect early on is maybe a broken eye socket from what was just a crunching right hook to the jaw. Could be the jaw, but connectivity, eye socket, jaw, what have you. Either way, it was a one-sided fight, and Devin has progressed nicely. Let's be real though. He's 20 years old. And my initial statement is, in 2 years, Haney will be that guy. He's scheduled to fight November 9th. He should take his fight November 9th. And to be honest, I'd like to see him wait before facing a Lomachenko, or Nomachenko, as Haney said, as he called him. Now the trade-off is Lomachenko, as we said in the last video, is going to force these guys' hand by becoming undisputed, providing he beat the winner of Comey versus Lopez. And by forcing these guys' hands, in Haney's case, that gives him a chance to fight 2 or 3 times, which I believe he should do. But once Vasily becomes undisputed, these young guys who won the title, they have to go through him. Of course, you know, corruption runs rampant in boxing. What they'll likely do is create these interim belts and these buy-in belts and silver and diamond and whatever else. And then they'll move Loma to franchise champion status and give these young guns titles they don't deserve by beating absolutely nobody. However it plays, if I advised Haney, I'd have him take a couple of more fights. If they're tune-ups, so be it. And if he blows through those tune-ups and Lomachenko holds serve and he wins, and we're here around this time next year, then Haney's team can revisit and they can go for it if they deem fit. Because by then, with 2 or 3 more wins, this kid's confidence will be at an all-time high level, okay? First of all. And secondly, by then, a showdown with Lomachenko will have a little bit more build-up. It'll be there by then. Maybe 2 wins by Lomachenko and then 2 or 3 wins by Haney. Now we're ready for it. Devin has the tools to be a champion, of course, and also a top pound for pound guy. No question about it. But somehow, whatever scenario, as we mentioned, whatever scenario plays out, somehow, mark my words, somehow corruption will step into this weight class. You can take that to the bank. Remember where you heard it first. Somehow corruption will display its ugly face in this weight division. Trust me. And speaking of corruption, the so-called lineal champion got a rough and bloody win on Saturday. And it wasn't without controversies. First of all, the fight should have been stopped due to Fury's cut. No question about it. Secondly, the ring doctor didn't check Fury, didn't cover his good eye up and ask him how many fingers he had up, because in Fury's own words, he couldn't see out of that eye, which justifies a stoppage. This sport continues to and will continue because nobody's going to get in the way of corruption. Bottom line is this: nobody cares about Fury. Let him lose against Deontay Wilder and see who cares. Nobody cares about Wilder either. See, they just pretend to care in order to make the fight. So obviously, the Nevada State Athletic Commission is not going to stop the fight. Let Fury lose a few times and see how much they really care. Let him lose to Wilder and then lose, let's say, again. And then when he fights again, let his eye get cut half as much as it was last Saturday and see if the fight gets stopped then. The commissions, the sanctioning bodies, whoever, they all pretend to care because it's money involved. And speaking of money, Ryan Garcia and Nello, all right, Saul Alvarez, they both seem to have problems right now with Oscar De La Hoya. Well, in Garcia's case, man, it's just some weird stuff going on. Garcia is hurling accusations and basically saying everything you hear from Golden Boy is a lie. And his opponent got arrested, and he's saying Golden Boy knew what time it was and knew that it was very feasible that he was going to get in some kind of trouble. They're saying that they offered a replacement opponent who would have been a stern test for Garcia, and that Garcia and company turned it down, to which Garcia says, no, sir. We asked for, I believe they said they asked for a little bit more money or what have you, but that they would have taken the fight. It's a mess, and this one has to be rectified soon, or it won't end well. So keep an eye on that. Alvarez has his own issues with Oscar. And speaking of Alvarez, I wish they would have given Sergey Kovayev just 1 or 2 months more to prepare. Sergey just got out of a grueling fight, for one. And secondly, he's what, 36, 37? Don't have data in front of me, but I know it's around that age. So I wish he had more recovery time and more prep time for this fight. But love or hate Oscar De La Hoya, he's not a dummy. And so anytime, I can't think of one fight in the past however long Alvarez has been on top. I can't think of one fight where he didn't get something leveraged in his favor that really kind of tilted the odds. So this is no exception. It's a good fight, and don't sleep on the Crusher. Don't sleep on him. All right, I've been on a injured reserve here. Something's going on with my foot, so I haven't. That's why I'm just getting around to doing this short video. The next 2 videos, and speaking of videos, will be conference calls. Okay, I'll post both videos this week. The first one will be Anthony Durrell versus David Benavidez, their conference call. And later this week, I'll post the Errol Spence Jr. and Sean Porter conference call. So make sure you check those out. Leave your comments below. We'll catch you later.